is the Democratic vote, the voters' march. You know, they rescued the fucking black bloc that was in, you know, being arrested by the pigs, and just is a really awesome experience. And what it means is it's the end of America, if we want it. You know, if we're ready to make it the end of America. I'll put this a different way. Tourism is bullshit. We've grown up having to go on trips and having to go to other countries. You know, our families will go to Japan or whatever to have an exciting adventure and get the cameras out and take pictures of everything. And basically, we've made the whole world just like the United States. So when the president is being inaugurated, it's the president of
the
whole
new world
world.
order.
Right. And
you can't stop it.
Well, I don't know. What I've come to the conclusion that if I travel and we run away to, you know, to go to Belgium for vacation or whatever, it's going to be exactly the same as the bullshit is here. But, you know, that doesn't mean that we have to give up on seeing new things or having adventures or whatever. It means that we have to travel in place. And what I saw when we were in D.C. was us traveling in place, just like I've seen in Greensboro, North Carolina, or maybe in Gainesville, where we take a place and we say we're going to not promise, oh, this place sucks, I'm going to move, but we stay here and we make it different. And we get to travel without even leaving our homes. You guys understand what I'm saying? Sure. And this is our dream, I guess, that we can travel and never have to go on a tourist trip again, but just have adventures right here.
All right! Shut the hell up. These guys suck. I don't even know what these guys are clapping at me.
Does everybody feel comfortable here? Okay.
I don't.
You don't?
Like, really close to me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to watch out for you. My dream is we can all express ourselves without making each other feel uncomfortable, right?
That's really cool dreams, bro. I can imagine that. Really, I can kind of.
I've been there sometimes at punk shows where everybody was comfortable together.
You know, like when the pit is really raging, it's like 1,000 people, and the pit's raging, it's like 1,000 people, you can almost suffocate. But like still, everybody helps each other up when you fall down.
That's an example when everybody's into it and is down.
It's really cool. Like you think you're gonna just die just from the heat of like. Drew knows what I'm talking about.
All right,
Die just from the heat of the crowd itself, and there's 1,000 people around, and you're smothered. But when you're in the pit, man, you fall down, but you think you're gonna die? No, so they pick you up. They pick you up, don't they? Someone's gonna pick you up, man. Right? They're gonna grab you and pick you up. Because it's all aggressive, it's all violent, it's all anger, but it's not.
That's a beautiful thing.
You don't rush on you to get hurt.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about the next song if that's cool with everybody.
Please.
Everybody's down. It's true. I don't know. I've been at shows where we were moshing and everybody was into it as far as I could tell, and it was awesome. I do want to say it's the responsibility of the people who are expressing themselves, not the responsibility of the people who feel infringed on. So watch out. Make sure what they're doing is not bothering everybody else, obviously. Let's see. If I was going to try to explain to people what we were doing in DC, I was thinking about this. I would say one of the ways I would start is by saying that, you know, from my knowledge at least, a ridiculous proportion of the people who are there protesting and doing things are people who've survived through sexual abuse, or people who've been struggling with depression or drug addiction, or all these other problems that we have. I'm sorry, that makes me so uncomfortable. That we have like to deal with as a consequence of living here. And just like I was saying, fuck tourism when we talk about therapy. It's just how absurd it is that we would get therapy or take drugs or whatever that would adjust us to living in this environment and never question the environment at all, right? The people who were in DC with us were people who understand that therapy, for it to work, means first of all changing the world we live in. If, you know, they say if you want to change the world, you first have to change yourself. Obviously, we have to change the world that makes us what we are to be able to change ourselves. And I'm not saying that the only sex abuse survivors or the only people struggling with depression were in DC. They're everywhere in our society, and it's not a surprise, you know. The difference is the people who are out there on the streets, those among us, you know, who are trying to make something beautiful, make something powerful out of this bullshit we've been through, and make something positive for everybody else. That's where it's at, you know. Not separating ourselves into good and bad parts and struggling and fighting it out inside of ourselves all the time, but realizing everything we are is what we are and is right on and beautiful. And it's just a question of integrating that into the world and making something that you know, that works, basically. You guys understand where I'm coming from with this? You understand? This song is basically it's about some difficult and confusing times I went through. It's about denying the old traditional separation between good and evil that would have us fight everything out inside of ourselves instead of taking it to the streets where it really is going on. It's about denying the idea of sacred and profane.
before we play the next song, just to say a couple quick words. I don't know. I guess maybe when I was little and I first heard Twisted Sister, went out and take it. Decided that I don't want to play. We're not